I was able to move the markets on Bitcoin, guys. We literally longed the bottom and then shorted the top. I'm going to give you the reason why I shorted Bitcoin, how I'm going to manage the trades, and also my expectations for higher or lower on Bitcoin. Right now, we literally just expected and made the perfect play on Bitcoin because yesterday I was super active on my own channel. To be honest, I literally made a full 1 hour live stream and then also uploaded a video. And in the video and the live stream, I basically told you guys I'm planning to long Bitcoin because we had broken out of an important area. I told you how important it is for Bitcoin once it had actually gone above 105 for us to hold 105. And later on, I gave you basically the idea when Bitcoin was actually at the top of, I think, 106.8. I told you the perfect idea and the perfect scenario actually will be actually us going back lower, retesting the previous resistance as support, then long in here. And then my expectations would have been for actually once we were holding the support for higher prices to come. I told you that there's a high likelihood of us, 80 to 90% of us going back above 106.8 and even hitting the most important resistance line. I basically spent 30 minutes on my live stream explaining how important it is for us to actually break this area, and if we do not see a break, then I'm going to be actually very ready and cautious and then jump into a short. And this is exactly why I shorted Bitcoin. I basically just saw us going lower, retesting this previous area, the most important area where we had seen resistance as support, get the perfect and the only long possible from yesterday, and then flip it into a short perfectly at the top, because literally Bitcoin did just that. We had a plan and then followed the plan. Make sure to follow me, guys, and always have the notification bell on because I've been going daily live streaming every single day and then later on posting a little video. So I'm trying my best to post every single day and also go live every single day. However, right now, let me explain to you guys how important it is for me to manage the short, and also what am I going to do next on Bitcoin. Have we actually lost the most important area, or does me shorting does not have any ramification for the long term? So let me break it down to you. Firstly, how am I exactly going to manage the trades? Actually right now in some nice profits as always, guys, but remember that I never try my best to fully close the trade. I'm going to take profits but always have my stop loss at break even. I would not, to be honest, close my short yet. Why? Because there's always the possibility of us losing 105, 104.5, especially because right now we literally had seen the most perfect scenario of us faking out the highs. And on my live stream, if someone haven't watched it or hadn't watched it, I explained to you guys how important it is to break out of 107.8 to 108 perfectly, because I told you guys that right now I'm quite happy and actually cautious and wary of the fact that Bitcoin has done the only and the first sign of bullishness. To be honest, us reclaiming 105, 104.6 is actually nice, but to be honest, we haven't quite cleared out of the danger zone, because I told you guys how I'm actually viewing Bitcoin within two ranges. And if I put the volume profile on this range, as you can see from the beginning of the previous hard drop to the area where we actually stopped ranging within this range and then gotten into this little range, as you can see we've got this little range and also this bigger one. And if I put the volume profile tool on the larger range, as you can see, we technically have not quite entered the range we must reclaim. Whenever we're trying to get into a range, I usually like to put the volume profile tool on and then see where exactly do we have the value area low sitting at, as you can see. So perfectly, to be honest, for me to call Bitcoin bullish, I need to see not only 107 to be reclaimed but fully 108 to be reclaimed, because once we go above 108, not only will we have gotten above this important downtrend anchored view, but also we must reclaim also the value area low. So right now I'm going to stick to my short. I'm going to have it at break even, but I'd never, to be honest, close my short, because I'm conscious of the fact that, just to give you guys a quick idea of why I'm going to hold my short for longer and wait for a clear break and a reclaim of 108 before calling for anything bullish, because my expectation, to be honest, is if we break 108, we can actually technically be super bullish and even expect a strong pump from 108 back above to 114. But if we do not manage to go above 108, I think that maybe, just maybe, that this actually pump from 98, as you can see, we've got this pump from 98 back above to 108 to 106, could be actually similar to what happened previously, because as you can see, we are still downtrending. What happened previously previously, with us just making a fake pump and then falling lower, would actually maybe happen twice or happen again now. Why? Because as you can see, if I use the Fibonacci retracement tool from the top, from the all-time high, as you can see, I put it from the top to the area where we started bouncing from previously, from 103. As you can see, you would see that Bitcoin actually started retracing from the 0.5 area, basically on the 50% of the whole downtrend previously, by taking the same Fibonacci tool, but rather than just putting it from here, I'll put it from this local high to the local low we've done at 98. You'll see how similarly right now Bitcoin has stopped at a 0.5 out of this downtrend. So as you can see, Bitcoin previously gave us a downtrend, as you can see, from 126 back to 103, pumped 50% of the previous dump, and then kept on dumping. Right now we have seen a similar thing happening. We had seen the dump happen, and then right now we are hitting that 50% of the little local dump. But I'm trying to say, please guys, be careful of longing randomly, because we must reclaim 108. If we do not manage to reclaim 108, I'm going to be perfectly holding on to my short perfectly from 106.3 and never closing it again. If we reclaim 108, it's quite fine, to be honest, to change my opinion. But right now Bitcoin hasn't done what I'm looking for, to be honest. We are actually waiting for a drop if we do not manage and reclaim 108, guys.